Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another installment of my CD collection. This is part 116. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's been leaving me like nothing but love, comments, and stuff like that. I will get to you guys. It's been mad busy and stuff like with the podcast, work and things of that nature. But enough of all of that. Let's just get on with the CDs or the video. First CD I want to show you guys is Janet Jackson with her Rhythm Nation album. This was released in 1989. I believe this is her fourth album. Okay, they had the Janet album, the self-titled album, Janet Jackson, 82. They had Dream Street. They had Control. Then so this will be her fourth album. Very dope album. Very very dope. Known for singles like what were the singles? Miss You So Much, Rhythm Nation, Escapade. All Right, Come Back to Me, Black Cat, Love Will Never Do Without You, and State of the World. That's a lot of singles, man. Holy shit, that's a lot of singles. Standout tracks for me are State of the World, Living in the World, um, Living in the World. They didn't make it. They didn't make. Let's see what else was it. All Right, Lonely, Come Back to Me, and Someday is Tonight. That to me is a standout track. Standout songs of the album. This is a pretty decent album, man. A lot of people consider this to be her best album. I'm more of like a Control person. That's just me. I prefer Control over this album, but this is not bad. This is like kind of like a step up, but I feel like Control is her magnum opus. That's just my personal opinion. They definitely credit that album to being like one of the startups of New Jack Swing. Like one of them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, very dope album. Rhythm Nation, 1814, released in 1989. Very dope album. Next album is Janet Jackson with Janet. This is her fifth album. This was released in 1993. I remember this album coming out and being very very big. The singles off this album are "That's the Way Love Goes," "That's the Way Love Goes," ooh ooh ooh. Like everybody knows that song. If Again, Because of Love. Let's see what else. Was a single. Anytime, Any Place, You Want This. Whoops. Now, and What It'll Do. You gotta excuse me because the track list is like very hard to it's very hard to read, so that's why I was like kind of like struggling to read that shit. Standout tracks for me are That's the Way Love Goes, obviously, You Want This, If, This Time, New Agenda, Because of Love, Again, and Where Are You Now. This was a decent album. I like the album, but my only gripe with this album, way too many skits, yo. Way too many skits. And it's how many tracks? But I can't even see because it's like I said, it's brown. It's like a very light brown, and it's very hard to like read the track listing, which is a gripe of mine. So I'm assuming it says 27. Yeah, so 27 tracks, and again, like the skits some of the skits are pointless, honestly, and like way too many skits, man, and it's too long. But I don't want to be a hypocrite because I defend To Cal 2000 Judgment Day, but the difference was with those skits, they have something to do with the song before it. These not so much. It's just pointless in my personal opinion. Another problem I have with this album, some of the production sounded too much of the same. It like some of the songs felt like one long song. That was like one of my biggest gripes with this album. But it's a good album. I like it. You know what I mean? This is Poetic Justice, Janet Jackson. Yeah, man, Janet Jackson was so beautiful, man. But Janet Jackson back in the day was better looking, in my opinion, personal opinion. But this is Janet Jackson with Janet, released in 1993, her fifth album. Get a sip of water, 'cause I'm kind of thirsty. All right. Next album is D12 with their studio debut album titled Devil's Night, released in 2001. You guys should know who D12 is. It's Eminem's old group, or his group, consists of Proof, rest in peace, Mr. Porter, Conniver, Bizarre, Eminem himself, and I believe that's it. There are a couple singles off the album. I know the singles are Purple Pills, but the edited version is called Purple Hills. Fight Music, that was a single too. I'm trying to think what else was a single. Shit on You, but that was not. But that's on the that's in a special edition. That was like the limited edition. It comes with like 2 discs, and it comes like with 4 tracks. But that originally, that was actually the first single of this album. But I remember the video coming out in 2000. Like, it was very hard to find. Like, I remember seeing it like on, I got downloaded on Kazaa. This is before YouTube and shit. So Shit on You, but it's not on this version, unfortunately, to say. Yeah, so Shit on You, Purple Pills, Ain't Nothing But Music, Fight Music. I think those are the singles of the album. Standout tracks for me are Shit Can Happen, Shit Can Happen, Shit Can Happen. I love that. That shit is so ill. Yeah, Shit Can Happen. American Psycho. That's my shit right there. American Psycho. That's how. That's pretty dope. Fight Music. Instigator. Oh my god, I used to play that shit so. Cause I'm an instigator. That beat is just phenomenal, man. Very dope. Let's see what else. Yeah, Instigator was dope. Devil's Night was pretty dope, and Revelation was also dope too. My personal opinion, definitely like one of Eminem's last good project production wise, in my personal opinion, because I didn't really hear D12 World that came out in 04. Didn't even bother. I didn't even like the singles that came out for that joint. It, I don't know. I was just, let's see. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so like I was saying before, the D12 World album that came out in 2004. I forgot this. I don't even remember the singles, but I remember not even liking it, and they didn't even bother checking out the album. But I would have to check the album. But I heard like mixed reviews about it, mostly bad. So I'm not gonna bother. But anyway, getting back to this album, in my opinion, like the last good album production wise by Eminem, in my personal opinion, because again, the Eminem show was okay. It just I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it like that. And the Eminem show, that's when he started doing the production himself, because before he would rely on on the Bass Brothers and DJ Head and Dr. Dre, but then he kind of went so dolo on the production, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty dope, you know what I mean? See, like, if the Bad Meets Evil with Eminem and Royce, the 5'9" album, had dropped in 2011, that the Bad Meets Evil album that came out in 2011. See, if that album had come out around this time, around 2000, 2001, I think it would have been fared better, because the production would have been a lot better. Because that album was straight trash, in my personal opinion. But this album, very dope album. If you got like old Eminem like I do, then you'll definitely enjoy this. So if you like production if you like that Marshall Mathers LP production, a little bit of Slim Shady, but I think mostly from the Marshall Mathers era, then I think you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. So this is D12 with Devil's Night. This is released in 2001. Dope album. Next album is New World Order by Public Enemy. This was released in 2005. It's a 2-disc album. Comes with the actual album, then it comes with the DVD, which I think is pretty cool. It comes with the videos, Bring the Beat Back, Superman's Black in the Building, Revolution, the Hot One. Those are the videos from this album that they have. Um, and it comes with a documentary, a brief history of Slam Jams. Slam Jams is Chuck D's record label. You know, he had cats like the Hyenas in the Desert. You know, they came out the EP Dying Laughing. I think it's called in '96, which I do have in my collection somewhere. Um, Comes with the making of New World Order, which is I think is pretty cool. I haven't seen the DVD yet, so definitely would like to see that one day. But yeah, I don't even know what number album this is. So um, because you have Yo Bum Rush the Show, then you have It Takes a Nation, then you have Fear of Black Planet, which is one of my favorite albums from them. Apocalypse 91 is another of my favorites. Greatest Miss was like more of a compilation. Then you have Music in Our Message, is like another one of my favorites too. What's another album? The He Got Game. Then there's some Poison, some shit like that. The one that came out in '99, that shit was kind of weak. Um, yeah, that. Then the Revolution album, the Revolver Revolution, whatever that shit was called in 2002, and then now this. So this would be his eighth. This would be their eighth album. Let's see. The singles off this album are "Make Love, Fuck War," "Bring That Beat Back." Those are the singles of the album. Um, the standout tracks for me are "New World Order," "Preaching to the Quiet," "As Long as the People Got Something to Say," which I think is a very long ass title. And that's pretty much it, man. I think the problem with the song was the production. You know what I mean? They weren't using, the they weren't using the Bomb Squad. They had some like independent, like in-house producers and stuff like that, which was kind of very hit and miss. Mostly miss in my personal opinion. In my opinion, the last good album they put out was, what's that album? He Got Game, the soundtrack. Um, and then like after that album, after '98, their production and their album's been like very shaky in my personal opinion. But yeah, got it. Public Enemy was cheap, you know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, let me pick it up. This is a Public Enemy New World Order. This was released in 2005. Then we got Ice Water. Raekwon presents Ice Water with Polluted Wisdom. This was released in 2007. I couldn't even tell you the name of the I know Water was one of the members and stuff like that. From what I understand, like originally this group, it was like the original, like some of the original members of American Cream Team, that Raekwon had founded back in like that he discovered back in like '98, like the late '90s. But I think one of them died, and then like they didn't want to do it anymore, so they kind of wanted their separate ways and shit. But so I think like some of the members are from that group. The singles off this album are I don't even think they have singles, but I would say like the standout tracks for me that I like are Hip Hop Tribute, Let's Get It, Mercy Me. Let's see what else. Murder was pretty decent. Tell Me How You Like It, and that's pretty much it, man. Again, another problem with this album is the production. You know, the production was kind of weak. You know what I mean? They're kind of weak, lyric-wise too. You know, nothing to really write home about. You know what I'm saying? It's just cats, from the hood or some shit that, probably selling weed and, selling weight. And I think they should have stuck with that because they're that whack, in my personal opinion. But it's listenable, but it's not nothing to go crazy about. Another problem I have is way too many features. Way too many fucking features, in my personal opinion, man. But, yeah, it was cheap, so I was like, fuck it, let me pick it up. So this is Raekwon presents Ice Water with Polluted Water, released in 2007. And yeah, I know I fucked up. I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you said Wisdom." Polluted Water, excuse me, sorry, whatever. Yeah, this came out in 2007, and I remember seeing these cats at Rock the Bells, the Rock the Bells concert, back in that same year, 2007, at the Rock the Bells in Miami, which was a dope show. And they performed, and like, nobody was really feeling them. You know what I mean? I mean, people was, bombing their heads and stuff like that, but it wasn't like nothing to write home about. But yeah, this is Polluted Water by Ice Water, released in 2007. Ice Water. All right, next album. Nore with his Noreality album. This was released in 2007. Same record label too, Baby Grand Records. Yeah, this album was not that good at all. This was not good at all. The single off this album is Set It Off, which features Swiss Beats and J Russ. Those are the people. Those are the singles. That's the only single off the album. To me, the standout tracks for me are let's see. This I've only like 3 songs off this joint. The single Set It Off, Cocaine Cowboys, which is fucking dope. They sampled, whoever the producer was, they sampled the score from the Cocaine Cowboys documentary, and they sampled dialogue from that thing. So I thought that was pretty dope. And Drink Champ, produced by Alchemist, which ended up he using for his podcast, Drink Champ, and I love that song. That shit is so dope. But yeah, really not that good, man. Really not that good at all. Again, I'm a fan of Nore, but the Nore I like is from the late to early 2000s, meaning from 90, I would say from like 95 up to 2000. That's the Nore I like, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen this picture before. Well, this is where it came from. It came from this album, so I'll just throw that out there. But yeah, man. Noreality by Nore, released in 2007. Not that good at all. It was cheap, so. Alright. Oh, man. Alright, next album is the Hoodlum soundtrack. This was released in 1997. There are, I think, 2 or 3 singles off this album. I know the single was Hoodlum, that was by Mobb Deep, which featured Big Nore and Raekwon. Very dope song. I love that joint. One of Havoc's illest beats in my personal opinion. Davina featuring Raekwon with the song So Good. I love that joint. You guys should check out her debut album that she dropped next year. It's called Best of Both Worlds. That came out in 1998. Very dope. Very underrated. And the crazy thing is, she also has the song So Good, but the one on her albums, the album is a solo version. It's just her by herself. But so if you want the one with Raekwon, you have to get the soundtrack. So it's one of those things. I believe those were the singles of the album. Yeah. So Hoodlum, So Good, Zoom by Big Bub. Let's see what else. No Guarantee by Chico DeBarge. Standout tracks for me are Hoodlum, So Good, I Can't Believe by 112 featuring Faith Evans. 112 is so dope. Dirty the Moocher by Wu-Tang. But realistically, it's just Old Dirty Bastard. Very, 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 very dope song. I love that joint right there. Let's see what else. Yeah, Dirty the Moocher, Street Life by Rashawn Patterson, and certainly by Erykah Badu. But yeah, pretty dope soundtrack. It's very different, you know what I mean? It's like a mixture of R&B, blues, and hip-hop, you know what I mean? So, so when you got the Hoodlum, a lot of people wanted like more, gangster tracks, but you didn't really get that, you know what I mean? So, because I guess they were trying to pertain to, the movie, when it took place back in the 30s and shit like that. So, that kind of turned off a lot of people. But you know, it is what it is. But this is Hoodlum, the soundtrack released in 1997. Pretty dope stuff right here. Then we got Michael Jackson with Dangerous. This was released in 1991. My introduction to this was my introduction to Michael Jackson because you know I was 4 years old when this album came out. The singles off this album are Black or White, cause it's black or white. Da, 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 da. Love that song, classic right there. Remember the Times, remember the time. Love that shit. That shit, woo! Teddy Riley, man, he was that dude, man. Remember the Time, In the Closet, Jam, Who Is It, Heal the World, which I'm not a fan. I'm so fucking tired of that song. I remember when, back in the 90s, man, they would always play Heal the World, man. When we would have like assembly and shit like that, they always played that fucking song. And that song, oh, I can't stand that shit. It's so annoying. Let me stop, man. But yeah, Heal the World, I'm not a fan of. What's another single? Give In To Me, Will You Be There, Gone Too Soon. Those are singles. That's like half the fucking album. Jesus Christ. But it shows you're doing something right. Standout tracks for me is Why You Wanna Trip On Me, She Drives Me Wild, Remember the Time, Can't Let Her Get Away, and Black or White. Those are the standout tracks for me. This was a decent album, not his best, you know what I mean? You know, on this album he tried to go for the more New Jack Swing of things, which I have no issues with, but you know, it didn't really, I don't know, it was okay, you know what I mean, but it's just not my favorite. But I've heard that he recorded over like 60-70 tracks for this album. That's how crazy it was. And you know, it was like one of those albums that, you know, it was very secretive, you know what I mean? It didn't really, like, he didn't want anything leaking out or anything like that. So it was just crazy. You know, Michael Jackson is known for like his secrecy and stuff like that. But yeah, Michael Jackson with Dangerous was released in 1991. Just with the water. All right. Then we got you guys gonna laugh at me, but I got Tupac with All Eyez On Me, released in 1996. All I'm gonna say is I have a new appreciation for this album. I know shockingly enough I do. The singles off this album are California Love, California Love, To America's Most Wanted, How Do You Want It, Life Goes On, I Ain't Mad at You. Those are the singles of the album. Fortunately, it does not come with the single version that everybody loves. It comes with the remix. Not sure what version the original one comes in, but I actually prefer the remix, in my personal opinion. I know that's sacrilegious to say, but I kind of prefer the remix over the original. That's just me personally. So I'm glad they put that version on this album, because the original version, I cannot stand that song. I know it's sacrilegious to say in the West Coast. I mean, I'm not in the West Coast, but you know, shout out to all my peoples in the West. But you know, I just that song, I just can't. Standout tracks for me are Scandalous. I love that joint. Got My Mind Made Up. Love that joint. They kind of did Inspector Deck dirty though. They took off his verse, so I thought it was kind of fucked up. To America's Most Wanted, No More Pain. Oh my god, that shit is fire. Hearts of Men is fire too. Love that joint. Trading War Stories was dope. California Love remix was dope. What's Your Phone Number? Very dope shit right there. Let's see what else, cause it's 2 discs. Holla At Me, Picture Me Rolling was dope. Checkout Time, the self-titled track All Eyez On Me, Ain't Hard to Find, and Heaven Ain't Hard to Find. Those are the standout tracks for me. Love those joints, man. Very, very dope album. I do still think it's overrated, but like I said, like just afterwards that cause I wouldn't say like last year, me and the rest of the Speaking Cloud podcast, we did kind of like a retrospective of Tupac's career, and then we talked about each album as it goes on, and we, obviously we talked about this album too, and I was like, I listened to it and I do have a new appreciation for it, but I'm a fan of Pac from like '91 to '95. That's just my personal opinion. And the fact that he recorded this album like in 2 weeks, it's just, it was just amazing, but it's kind of crazy too at the same time. But yeah, Tupac with All Eyez On Me. This was released in 1996. Recipes to Pac. All right. Next album is Game with Doctor's Advocate, released in 2006. This is his second studio album. Very, very, very dope album, man. Yeah, this is a great album because this album, again, came out after the documentary, and this kind of proved that he didn't need Dr. Dre for the production. He didn't need 50 to make a dope album. So that's what I like about this album. The singles off this album is It's Okay, One Blood, Let's Ride, and Wouldn't Get Far. I remember that song being very big back in the day. Standout tracks for me are Looking at You, Looking at You, The Shit, Let's Ride, Wouldn't Get Far, Compton is my shit, Remedy, whoo, love that shit. Yeah, Let's Ride was pretty dope. Too Much, One Night, the self-titled track Doctor's Advocate, Old English, California Vacation, Bang, Around the World, and Why Would You Hate the Game. Yeah, man, this is a great album right here, man. And like I said, this is like when the beef started and things of that nature. And he kind of set his he distanced himself with Dr. Dre, so it showed that he didn't really need Dr. Dre, which is, I think, was pretty cool. But the Game with Doctor's Advocate, released in 2006. Still in the West Coast side of things, then we have Game with L.A.X. This was released in 2008. This is the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition comes with, I believe, 2 discs. So it comes like this, and it comes with 4 songs, 4 extra songs and stuff. So it's pretty cool to have, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the singles off this album are Game's Pain, Dope Boys, My Life, and Camera Phone. Those are the singles off the album. Standout tracks for me is Money. Money, Bulletproof Diary. What was it? Bulletproof? Yeah, Bulletproof Diaries with Raekwon. Very dope shit. Spanglish, that was pretty dope. House of Pain was fucking fire. Woo! Let Us Live, Gentleman's Affair, Angel, Dope Boys, Big Dreams, and Letter to the King. Very dope shit right here. His chemistry with Nas is very, very dope. I'm surprised they never put out like an EP or like a little collab album. That would have been dope, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is a pretty decent album. This is The Game with L.A.X. Released in 2008. Dope shit right here. Now we're gonna get into the R&B side of things. Diary of a Madman by Jodeci. This was released in 1993. My favorite album from them. I love this album. This is their magnum opus. Shout out to the whole Speaker Cloud podcast. We did a breakdown of Jodeci's albums. We did all, even their newest album that I think they dropped, like last year or a couple years ago that they dropped. But we did a whole segment of like their breakthrough of all the albums and stuff. So that was pretty dope. It's like one of our earlier shows that we did last year. But yeah, very dope shit right there. The singles off this album are Cry For You, Fiending, and What About Us. Standout tracks to me, shit, the whole fucking album is a standout, man. I love this album. I could play this song without skipping the track. That's how dope it is. Give Me All You Got is my shit. Give me all you got, give me all, who got? Give me all you got, give me all you got. Woo! I love that shit. That shit is fire, man. That should have been a single, but you know, it is what it is. But it's Diary of a Madman. This was released in 1993. Very dope stuff. Then we got, let me get a swig of water. Then we got their third album with the show, Hotel, and the After Party. This was released in 1995. I did not like this album that much. It was okay, but you know, way too many skits. I mean, it was a dope concept because you know it gives you the audience's point of view of like, you know, what happens, you know, when you're on tour. So you know, you get to the show, you perform the show, you go to the hotel. Well, you reach the hotel first, then you go to the hotel, change whatever, and then you perform the show. Then you go to the after party. Then you go back to the hotel, and then you know you do your thing, if you know what I mean. But the singles off this album are "Freaking You," love that joint. I love the remix with Raekwon and Ghostface. Fire, woo, love that joint. Love You for Life, Get On Up. I love that joint, Get On Up. Standout tracks for me are Bring On the Funk, Fun Tonight, S More, Get On Up, Can We Flow, Let's Do It All, Pump It Back, Freaking You, and Love You for Life. Those are the standout tracks for me. But I think the issue with this song was a little bit too much skits, in my personal opinion. Way too many skits. But I understand why they did that. But it's a very corny cover though. It looks like a really bad B movie. It's bad. Like it's those 90s B movies that you see like in those, you know, those video stores and shit like that. It's like really bad, man. This album was okay. It's not really my favorite. I'm more of the first two albums, Forever My Lady and you know, Diary of a Madman. So, but this is Jodeci with the show After Party in the Hotel. This was released in 1995. Alright, we got 4 more people, so just bear with me. Then we got Nocturnal with his EP, his first EP, L.A. Confidential President Nocturnal. This was released in 2002. This was like the precursor to his supposed his debut album Knox Landon, which never came out. Is still shelved to this day, which kind of sucks. This is unfortunate. The singles off this album is The Knock and Music. Pretty much this old EP is dope. You know, you got songs like Music, which was pretty dope. Straight West Coast Remix, which was pretty dope. Let's All Roll, LA Night and Day, and Cat Sniffing Noses. The Knock I wasn't really too crazy about. I remember them playing that. I remember them playing that song a lot on BET and stuff when I used to watch BET back in the day. But it's a shame that he never came out with his Knox Landon album back in 2002. It would have been dope if he came out with that. But this is LA Confidential presents Nocturnal with Knox, released in 2002. Then we got Cypress Hill with their Stone Raiders album. This came out in 2001. You got the self-titled album Black Sunday, Temples of Boom, 4, Skulls and Bone. So this is their 6th album. This was released in 2001. The singles off this album are Lowrider and Trouble. Standout tracks for me are Chronologic featuring Corrupt. That was pretty cool. Southland Killers, Better, Memories, Rad Meth and B, Lowrider, Here's Something You Can't Understand, Um, my issue with this album was the production. You know, you can tell that they were trying to go for the more commercial sound, and I've always felt like this song was like a continuation of Skulls and Bones, but a little bit more on the lighter side of things. And like, you know, DJ Muggs was definitely experimenting. Like I said, he was trying to experiment more towards like the MTV crowd, and I just it really wasn't that good. I was not a fan of this album. I was a little disappointed. Even with the standout tracks, they're not really memorable. I just liked it for the moment, but you know, it's not something I would go to, you know, later on. But definitely stay tuned. I would like to do a review on the discography, so definitely stay tuned for that in the future. All right. So this is Cypress Hill with Stone Raiders. This was released in 2001. All right. We got the last two. Mike Sears and Ross Hartley's gonna laugh at me for this, but yes, I got this album. They know what I'm talking about. GUnit with Beg for Mercy, released in 2004. Yeah, man. I remember when I first heard this album, I didn't like it. You know, I thought it was kind of light in the ass, in my personal opinion. The singles off this album are Stuck 101, which I thought was pretty dope. Popping Them Things was dope. I wanna get to know you. I fucking hate that song. I say that song so many times. I hate it. Smile, which I can't stand at all. Don't like that song at all. That song definitely should have been on Hunger for More. Definitely fits more. It's more suited. It's more fitting on that album. Standout tracks for me are GUnit. That was pretty dope. Dope way to start the album. My Buddy, love that joint. That shit is so fire. Better Ask Somebody. Footprints. Salute You. G'd Up. And Gangsta Shit. Those are the standout tracks for me. I'm more of a fan of the second album, Terminated on Set, which I need to get my hands on. But it's listenable, but it's not their best material. I kind of expect a little bit better, especially like from the mixtapes. You know, I kind of expect a little bit better from them. But yeah, this is GUnit with Beg for Mercy. Yes, this is explicit version. This was released in 2004. Yeah. Last but not least is Petey Pablo with his debut album. What's it called? Diary of a Sinner, first entry. This is released in 2001. Petey Pablo, you guys should know he's from North Carolina. You know, he reps that shit to the fullest on this album. The singles off this album are Raise Up, I love that joint, and those are the singles off the album. Standout tracks for me is Raise Up. Raise Up was pretty dope. Yeah, Raise Up, Petey Pablo. I think it's called Live Debacle or Live Debacle. 919. This is the area code from where he's from in North Carolina. Fool for Love, Test of My Faith, Truth About Me, and the Raise Up All Cities remix. Pretty decent album. It's not the best. You know, I'm not really crazy about Petey Pablo. I just liked it, you know, based on, you know, the song Raise Up. You know, I really enjoyed that song. That's produced by Timbaland. I would have loved a full album of Timbaland just doing the beats, because his production fits Petey Pablo, and that shit would have been dope. I Was another song that I believe was produced by Timbaland. But yeah, this was a decent album. It's not the best, you know. It's not like nothing to go crazy over, but you know, I figured let me pick it up because it's not some DC every day. But this is Petey Pablo, Diary of a Sinner, first entry. It's 2001. Dope title too. And that's it, folks. That's it. Now, I have more CDs coming, and I'm just gonna wait for those to come in the mail, and then I'm gonna let it all out. Well, not all, but I'm gonna do it I'm gonna do it by stack. You know what I mean? Because I got some shit. So these last CDs that I showed you guys was just kind of like the appetizers to the big meal, the full encore, the full course. If you know what I mean. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And that's it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Apologies if a little bit too long, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. All right, so hold it down. Y'all be easy. Peace.